The following program is brought to you by The Bot Shop, the art of creativity.
Hello everyone, welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. I am Rob Moretti here. We're back at Memorial Field for a girls lacrosse game, our first of the spring. It's the Mamaroneck Tigers at 2-0, hosting the 2-0 Bronxville Broncos. Now both of these teams coming off strong seasons last year, picking up where they left off. Bronxville, Section 1 Class D champs, and they actually made it all the way to the state final in Class D last year before being sent away. Mamaroneck ran into North Rockland again in the Section 1 final in Class A. A game that they actually were close with North Rockland but not able to get the win. So both teams really picking up where they left off. 2-0 on the young season. This should be a great matchup. Lowhut has Bronxville ranked number 3 and Mamaroneck ranked number 4 in Section 1 girls lacrosse coming into this week, so a lot to be determined in the rankings in this one. Stick around for the opening draw. It's coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back to the newly rejuvenated Memorial Field. Sarah Bennett's on the opening draw for Mamaroneck against Fiona Jones, and Bronxville wins it in the stick of Caroline Urcha. Urcha quickly up the field, quick pass, got in the way. Bridget Knowles with the defense. The Tigers will possess. It's Chloe Stafford starting the game in front of the net today. Several improvements here. Obviously the new turf, the most visible improvement, but seating areas have been improved. Expanded bleachers, a sloped seating area out on the far side. Tiger Pride banner graphic. Press box soon to be put in. The plan is to put it in over spring break, so that's just a couple weeks away. So Tigers are on the offensive end here. Both teams, as we said in the open, 2-0, off to a solid start after having solid seasons last year. And it's 1-0 Tigers as Sarah Bennett puts one in. It's a minute and 3 seconds in past junior goalkeeper Caitlin Mooney for Bronxville. Several other improvements here. The walkways and entryways have been improved. That rock wall under the banner graphic out there that you just saw on the goal is now part of the field. It's not fenced off anymore. That corner has been opened up and it gives them some extra space to store the extra goals that aren't being used. Also, I would assume gives some soccer players an advantage on a free kick, some room to wind back there. Running starts were rare here before. So Bronxville now in control, trying to respond after the Tigers struck first. And they turn it over to the Mamaroneck Tigers. It's Knowles bringing it up. There's so many improvements here. I'm sure I missed a couple of. Is it flagpole now? It's lit at night, so they can leave the flag up 24/7. New football field goal posts. You can really only tell because they're neon painted instead of straight yellow as they used to be. And I'm told this happened in the fall, but I didn't know that the lights have been re-angled, so when the game does take place under the lights as the boys lacrosse game that aired before this one did, not quite as many dark areas on the left side corner. Better viewing experience and certainly a better video experience here at the field. We're sure that'll only improve once the press box is put in. It'll give us a higher angle to shoot from. You'll see more of the action. That was Ganit Alma who raced in and then unloaded it. Almost 3 minutes in here to the 25-minute first half. And Knowles looking for some space. Doesn't find any. She unloads it. It was Georgia Mackey. Gives it back to Knowles. Tigers will take another approach. Knowles spinning, sends it back. That's Alma once again. And the pass gets away. Broncos ball. I think. It is. It's Isabel Sandi who sprints it up for the Broncos. And that pass couldn't connect with Annika Pulkkinen. Stays in bounds on the corner, and Bronxville gets it back. Grace McSherry ran it down. This is Hannah Bishop. Back to McSherry. Beautiful day, sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky. Temps in the low 60s, though they will drop throughout the game. Forecast is for some breezy conditions. The wind has died down from the level it was at pregame. That could come into effect later on. Meanwhile, turnover, Tiger ball, as Abby Troy brings it up. Pass was temporarily uncontrolled, but Alma was on it. She gets it to Knowles. Knowles to Bennett. Bennett's pass got away as Sydney Wender took an extra step and was no longer in the spot Bennett threw it to. So Bronxville takes over, 5 minutes gone by. 1-0 Mamaroneck on the Sarah Bennett goal, just over a minute in. Shot, scored, we're tied. Annika Pulkkinen draws us even. 5:10 into the first half. The Tigers will send Knowles into the draw control against Fiona Jones. And they're gonna redo that one. Here comes that wind that I mentioned. Not terrible, but it has some strength to it. 15 to 20 miles an hour, and forecast said up to 25 or even higher were possible. Draw control, won by the Broncos. It's Urcha who picks it up and takes right off. Back up top for Jones. Now Isabel Sandi. Pulkkinen, the goal scorer, unloads it as the Broncos cycle through their offense. Bishop thought about doing it herself, couldn't get around a defender. Some quick passing out in front, came out of the stick of Bishop, but then on the second opportunity, they score. So 2-1 Bronxville. Hannah Bishop, I think, scored the goal. Couldn't tell who picked it up, but it was Bishop who had the first try and had it pop out of the stick. So a quick little 2-0 run for the Broncos after Mamaroneck started off in the lead, 1-0. Across a game of runs, and Bronxville so far, they've won all the draw controls, and that's a good way to be successful. As Sandy shoots and she scores. So all of a sudden, Bronxville's offense has woken up. You start to wonder if it might be time for an early timeout for Mamaroneck. They'll send Bennett back in for this draw control. 18:48 to go first half. And the Broncos on a 3-0 lead, a 3-0 run. And they win another draw. They have been money from the circle. See, the Tigers can make the defensive adjustment, and they did. Sandy was cut into the net, and they stuffed it. Stafford heaves it down the field, finds a teammate at midfield at Sydney Wender. Mackey in, and she scores. So Georgia Mackey saw a lane, took the shot. The Tigers have pulled it to a one-goal game. So, see, the Tigers can have any changed fortune on the draw controls here. They do not. Another win for Fiona Jones. It's just difficult. Oh, that one swatted away the pass. Good play by Anna Giaraputo on the defense. Now a loose ball in front of the crease is picked up by Caroline Quate. Although she has it taken away, and they call it out of bounds off of Mamaroneck. It's a lot harder to win a game when you have to make a defensive stop before you get possession, every time. But Bronxville back in control. This is Palkinen, spinning, passing. Have a cutter coming across, and she scores. It's Hannah Bishop, who circled around the net, was unmarked, catch and shoot, 4-2 Bronxville. This time it's Sophie Showers in for the draw. And with each draw you can, I don't know if it picks up on my microphone, but I can hear Coach Rocky Lividini say, every time it gets more dire. Do what you have to do to win this. And before this one it was, hey, we really need to win this one. They finally do as Mackey picks it up. And brings into the attacking end. Mackey. Unloads. Tigers running through their offense. Showers spinning left and right, doesn't find any room. Comes across the front, cuts left. There's an infraction on the play. Will be a free position, first of the game for either team. And new rules this year, you get a lot of space on these. Showers. Scores. So that brings it back to 4-3, and some of the points of emphasis on the officiating coming into the new season. You can see them in play there. First of all, on a free position, there's a lot more space for the offense to work with there. But I think there's been kind of a de-emphasis on making too many calls inside the arc. Kind of a more fair game. It's harder to get a call against you as a defense, but when you do, it's a harsher situation to be put in. It's like they will redraw there. Showers the goal scorer against Fiona Jones. Nine and a half minutes gone by, 7 goals between the two teams. So we could have a barn burner by the end if that stays the pace. As Sandy brings it up, she cuts right in, and a save made by Stafford. Loose ball is picked up by Elizabeth Brissett. And Stafford in control now. Just in front of the crease, looking for her options. So kind of quarterbacking the team, calling a play. See the Tigers have some sort of breakout play here they use. Stafford still evaluating her options. She has plenty of defenders, so if she was challenged, she could get rid of it. But no one on Bronxville rushing in on her. And she gets it out to Showers. She finds Knowles at midfield, and Knowles took some contact. They'll set her back up. And it will stay once again with Mamaroneck. Knowles brings it up. This is Wender. And now Riley Moore swings it around to Mackey. This is Showers with it. Tigers breaking open the playbook here. Showers with some stingy defense in her face. Tries to unload it. The challenge pass gets away, and it's picked up by Urcha for the Broncos. So good defense there from Bronxville as they try to outlet the ball down the field. They get it to Palkinen. Sticked away. Erin Cotter forced a turnover, picks it up and takes off. 3 defenders closing in on her. And some contact there. It'll stay with Mamaroneck. Just under 13 minutes left in this first half. Still in the stick of the senior defender Cotter. They'll play it all the way back to Stafford. Stafford unloads. Finds Moore, challenged at midfield. Stays with Mamaroneck. Infraction before the ball went out of bounds. You also don't have to wait for a whistle to restart. You can just pick it up and go. So if you see something advantageous, you won't lose it because the official wasn't ready. So all these things kind of add to the pace of play. Has been a relatively brisk first 13 minutes. Out in front, Showers. She's got another. It's a 4-4 game after the Tigers had trailed 3-1 at one point. Showers, the first Tiger goal scorer with multiple goals. And she gets to do the honors at midfield once again, and why not? Living the only Tiger to have any success there here in the early going. And just barely couldn't out-jump Jones for that one. Pass in front. And looks like we'll have Bronxville's first free position. It's Isabel Sandy. You see how far away the defenders have to be compared to in years past. They really back them up. Sandy has one, and she'll have a shot of regaining the lead here. And she can't do it. Saved by Chloe Stafford. They do keep the possession here as they cycle through. Ball on the ground. Hitting the deck was Caroline Quaid. The Tigers will get possession, so there's the defensive stop they want to get. Now let's see if they can push down the field and take the lead. They'll quickly play it back to Stafford, and I have to assume you can only do that so many times before the defense keys in and boxes out the goalie. And to come up with a turnover there, it's an easy goal. Knowles absorbed a blow. Knowles keeps on going. This is Wender to Riley Moore. Moore holding it up top. Looking for space, Moore. Still has it, backed out. She'll try it again. And this time, looks like she'll get the call. So, free position coming for Riley Moore. One of just 2 sophomores on this Tigers roster. Moore for the lead. Yes. Timeout on the field. It was called by Bronxville as they've seen a 3-1 lead turn into a 5-4 deficit. 8:44 to go first half. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. All right, we're back. Showers and Jones at midfield for the draw. And here we go. Next, they ruled that a push. And Bronxville gets the win. Urcha brings it up for the Broncos. Been a great game so far. Back and forth. Good flow. And much still to be determined. 33 plus minutes of action still left. Out in front, and a bounce shot scores for Bishop. So just like that, we're tied back up at 5-all. We should note, it's been a while since we've seen it, but they do play overtime in regular season now. Historically, they did not. There'd be a lot of ties, but I think it was 2 or 3 years ago they changed it to allow for overtime in the regular season. Much too early to be thinking about that, though we are tied up to this point. Draw control, another win for Jones. And on the infraction, Bronxville keeps it. Ball is thrown away, and it'll go out of bounds. Question is, who's it off of? They say off Mamaroneck. I think Anna Giaraputo trying to scoop it up. Couldn't do it, pushed it out. So the Bronco is back on it. This is Sondi. Back up top for Urcha. Urcha absorbs some contact and got herself a free position. Shot. Is it a goal? No goal. I think they ruled that Urcha stepped into the crease because I'm pretty sure that ball did go in the net. But you can't step in the crease unless the ball's already in. Momentum carries you there. That one almost a turnover off the stick of Wender. She takes some contact. It'll stay with Mamaroneck. 6.5 minutes remaining first half. All tied up between two of Section 1's best. The defending Section 1 Class A finalist, Mamaroneck Tigers. The defending New York State Class D finalist, Bronxville Broncos. Really only blemish on Mamaroneck's record last year was North Rockland, both in the regular season and, of course, in that section final. But you'd think they graduated their 2 All-Americans, but they're still quite difficult to deal with, it seems, from early reports this season. So could come down to those 2 again this year. Tigers cycle through. Whistle was blown. And looks like it's going to be a free position for Sophie Showers. Looking for the first half Hattie. If she can make it go. Showers off the keeper. A good save by Mooney, and Bronxville takes over. So here come the Broncos. It's Kiki Tormey, the freshman, to bring it up. And good defense there from Knowles to knock it out. Didn't get called for anything. This is Victoria Rufo with it. And now they cycle through to the far side with Pulkinen. This is Bishop. Up top, Urcha. The Broncos send it around the perimeter. Tigers have fallen inside the arc. Ready to play some team defense as Sandy tries to race around. And she takes some contact. She's going to get the free position here, I believe, and indeed she will. So last two free positions, one for each side, have been saved. And they decide to take the pass on it. It's Bishop. Looks like we'll do it again. This time Bishop will start with it. Bishop, the top Bronco scorer to this point, and that one's saved. Tigers send it back to the keeper, Stafford, who quickly works it up the field. It's going toward the sideline and out, so Broncos will get it back with just over 3 minutes left in the half. Hold everything. We've, for some reason, got to restart. And Pulkinen unloads it. Here we go, Sandy with it. That one off the stick of Rufo. Tigers take over. Stafford has it. Thinking about passing. And she does get it to Bridget Knowles. Knowles to midfield. Had to back it away. Tigers defenders will handle it for now. That's Wender trying to get past midfield with it. She does, and gets around the defenders. And Wender brings it up the middle, goes around another defender, but takes a stick check and drops the ball. Picked up by Jones, and back the other way it goes with Bronxville. Under 2 minutes left first half. Defensives have been making some plays lately as no call on that collision. Bronxville gets it back. We were on pace for like a 20-19 finish, but defenses have definitely been keyed in the later part of this first half. This is Sandy with it. She quickly unloads it to Urcha. Urcha races in. Doesn't have a lane, passes it up. Bishop, as they collide. Is that an offensive foul? What's the call? They're a little unclear. And the officials will come together and make sure they're on the right page here. They stop the clock with 51 seconds left here in the half. And they change the call. They give it to Bronxville. Free position from straight on. And a goal. Add another one for Hannah Bishop. And the Broncos have a 6-5 lead with 47 seconds left in the half. And here comes the strong wind we've been waiting for. Definitely the strongest gust that there's been since we got to the field right around 3:45 today. If you have Tigers here, you want to win the draw, get down and score before the half expires, but most importantly, you don't want to give another one up. It's Sandy who brings it up. The Tigers in danger of doing just that. Have to hold on for another 33 seconds to take that 1-goal deficit to the second half. This is Palkinen posting up. Nowhere to go with it. Sandy. Back to Bishop. She turns around and shoots, and it's saved. It might have been blocked in the defense. Bronxville has the ball back 7 seconds. With 5 seconds, it's Rufo. 3 seconds. And they call the free position. I think there will be a continuation here. It'll be Rufo with it. 0's on the clock, and if you're a football fan, it's pretty much like an untimed down. So the sophomore Rufo has it. And waiting for the official signal. They put 3 seconds on the clock. Rufo. And it's saved. Stafford shut down the angle. So a big save at the end of the first half to keep us at 6-5. Back and forth action for both teams. Plenty more left. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment here on LMC Varsity Sports. We return second half. Draw control is out of the circle and picked up by Bronxville. Teams, of course, have switched sides. Isabel Sandy right off the draw takes some contact. That's an offensive foul. It's a call the Tigers were looking for at the end of the first half. And they will take over here. That's Bennett with it at midfield. Says Wender up to Knowles. Showers. Back to Wender. 45 seconds gone by, second half. Tigers trailing Bronxville 6-5. Alma all the way around, gets it to Wender. And in front, that's Morgan Banks, who we didn't see much of in the first half. Turnaround shot. Showers couldn't get it to go. Bennett there on the backup. Back to Banks. Mackey back to Knowles, some perimeter passing. This is Showers. Showers still with it. With some pressure, gets it off to Alma. Wender with it now. Tigers taking their time, and Wender nearly lost it, got it back. Alma. Inside Showers, unable to complete the shot. Tigers back it up though, and they will get it back. Bennett. Pass in front, Showers. This time she scores. It's a hat trick for Sophie Showers, and we've got a tie game, 6-all, with 22 minutes left to go. It's like the Broncos are going to make a change. They'll put in Bishop for the draw here. They've been winning draws at a really good clip, so no need for a change, but they send Bishop in against Bennett. And Tigers almost won it, now they do, as Knowles picks it up. She dodges a little pressure and finds Showers. Showers across to Wender. Whistle was blown as Wender was bringing it up the sideline. Looks like they're checking for offsides. And the ref counting players. And here we go. Still with Wender, who brings it behind. Now it's Banks. Back to Wender. Once again back to Banks. Showers has it now, ball still behind the net. This is Alma now, far side. Back to Showers. Showers spins. And good defense by Jones. She has to unload it. Wender passed it in, ball came loose, and it's picked up by the goalkeeper, Mooney. So after some extended possession time, it goes to Bronxville. It's brought up by Kiki Tormey. The Broncos pass it up. Marshall to Palkinen. Palkinen not finding too much room there. And loose ball, Tigers steal it. It's Showers with it now. She finds Giaraputo. And now Alma past midfield. And she takes some contact. So Alma gets some space on the restart. So Tigers right back on the offensive here. They've scored the only goal so far of the second half in the first 6 minutes to tie the game back up at 6. Out in front, shot was saved. Knowles got in the face of Mooney but couldn't put it past her. The Tigers do get the ball back. It's Alma with it now. Showers couldn't get it to go, and do have Mackey back there to back up the play. So the possession continues. Mackey. Tight defense from Bronxville. This is Showers now. Showers. Spinning. Shooting. And scoring. Goal number 4 for Sophie Showers. And the Tigers have a 7-6 lead. It's Bennett and Jones at midfield, 18:03 remaining in regulation, and a 1-goal lead for Mamaroneck. They've scored the only 2 goals so far this second half. And the draw is still loose, whistle blown, Tiger ball. And Knowles takes off with it, passes it right up to Mackey. Mackey into some traffic, gets through, shoots, and scores! So 8-6, the biggest Tiger lead of the game so far. And not surprising, they've been doing a much better job at the draw control. And that's resulted in a 3-0 run here in the second half. This one is won by Bronxville as Urcha picks it up, but even if you bring that number just back closer to 50-50, it's better than losing the vast majority as they were in the early going. This is McSherry for Bronxville. Jones up top for Pulkkinen. Rufo thought about an approach, got shut down. McSherry. Back to Pulkkinen. Now way back up top for Urcha, who lost it temporarily. Urcha racing in, and she scores. First goal for the freshman Urcha. And the Broncos pull it back to 8-7 with 16:34 left. So Bennett and Jones meet once again at midfield. It's a 1-goal game, and it's been back and forth all the way through. Biggest lead for either team is 2 goals. Both teams have led by 2 goals at exactly 1 point. Bronxville with the win on the draw. This is Pulkkinen. Up top, it's Urcha who just scored. She might try for another, but has to back it away. Centering pass was blocked, I believe, by Quate, but Bronxville able to get it back. There's a whistle on the play, and it will stay. It's going to go to Mamaroneck. So Erin Cotter takes off with it. Cotter, mostly a defender, and she has it checked away. They'll give it back to her. Question is free position or just a restart? It's like a free position here. Here, Coach Rocky Levedini saying we need possession, so I don't know if Cotter, who doesn't typically score many goals. She tries more to prevent goals. She just unloads it and subs back into the defensive half of the field. So 15 minutes left, 1-goal game. Tigers with the lead and the ball as Mackey races in and adds another from Mamaroneck. So Mackey joined Showers in the hat trick club. Her third. Showers has 4. And you add 1 from Riley Moore, 1 from Sarah Bennett, and you have the Tigers 9. Timeout Mamaroneck, 14:58 left to go, and the Tigers have regained their largest lead of the day. It's 9-7. We'll be right back on LMC TV. Following the Tigers timeout, we are back. Bronxville wins the draw, and they need to score. Can't score 2 goals at once, you've got to score 1. And they come right in and try, but it's saved by Stafford. Well, you have a lead, it gets late, you like to stall, but I think a 2-goal lead with 14 and a half minutes left is too close for a stall. Doesn't mean you're going to hurry things up, clearly, as the Tigers are going through their breakout progression. Clearly not any rush. It's not a true stall at this point. They do send in Pulkinen to challenge Stafford, and that'll be the end of that. As Quate brings it up. Quate back toward midfield, took some contact. He'll stay with the Tigers. Tigers will play it back. So as I said, not a true stall, but they're clearly picking their spots here. I'm sure they'd love to be able to waste out 13 plus minutes, but it's not that easy when the other team's trying to stop you from doing that. They do bring in the offensive third here. It's in the stick of Georgia Mackey. Now Banks lost it, didn't know where it went, and Jones able to pick it up for Bronxville, and that's exactly why it's too early for a stall. It's Bronxville, certainly, you're down 2. As I said, you can't score 2 goals at once. Some contact, I think, inside the scoring arc. Free position coming here for Tormey. Key spot. Chance here to get the game back within 1. Tormey will shoot, and she scores. Back to a 1-goal game. Once again, it's 9-8 with 12:11 left to go. Draw control, plucked nearly right out of the air as Jones tries to rake it in, and she does. So Bronxville here, a chance to try to retie the game. It was last tied at 6-6 after the Tigers opened the second half scoring. They've been in control ever since, but Bronxville Certainly a chance here to try to tie it. This is Toll. Ashley Toll passes it up to Urcha. .11 minutes, 20 seconds left. Still plenty of time for both teams. Urcha races around, comes back into the center, and scores. We're tied back up. It's 9-9 with 11 minutes left to go after the second goal of the half by Caroline Urcha. As the sun almost disappeared behind the school building, it's getting chillier out here. Shadows have almost completely covered the field. Temperatures dropped a bit. Wind is still steady. Then Knowles in for the draw. And still loose. Bronxville has it. So the Broncos trying to go on another run. This is Sandy with it. She passes it straight up to Pulkkinen. Must wonder if the lights might have to come on by the end of this one. Still 10.5 minutes left. Racing around was Rufo, and she will get a free position. Big spot for Rufo, looking for a lead here. Rufo scores! It's her first, Bronxville's 10th. It's a 3-0 Bronco run. And for the first time since early in the half, Bronxville has the lead. Knowles and Jones at midfield. It's be a big draw. Tigers need to get one. 10:05 remaining as we restart. And looks like they're going to have a redraw. Here we go. And loose. Tigers have the inside track and Knowles picks it up. Took some contact, they will flag it. And that pass almost got away from Wender. Tigers will advance it, looking to tie us back up. This is Moore. Showers now. Back for Mackey, who races to the far side, spins, loses the ball, has to regroup. Spins again. And back up top for Alma. Alma with some pressure by Katie Formato, gets it to Knowles. Out in front, Showers, off the post. And Bronxville able to pick it up. It's Urcha on the rebound. And the lights just flickered on, as I expected. So Sandy with it now, and a chance for Bronxville to go up 2. They had been down 2. This is Tormey. Rufo looking for some space to shoot. Doesn't get any. That one tips off the stick of Urcha. She gets it back. Urcha sends it behind. Under 8 minutes left. Loose ball. Stafford has it. .7:45 left to go. Stafford walks it up. So they'll set this up the way they want it before they move, unless the Broncos send in someone to pressure again. Stafford lets it go. Mackey has it. So after a defensive stop, Tigers will have another chance to try to tie us back up. Moore unloads it to Mackey, had some pressure in her face. Alma with it now, 7 minutes left. Back to Mackey. Across to Wender. Back with Mackey once again. Now they swing it around with Moore. Moore left and right, nowhere to go. Back down by Caroline McGrath. And they'll give her a clean restart. Showers. Left and right, comes through. Looking for some space to shoot. Had to come all the way through. Never had a chance to square to the net. This is Wender. Wender in. Some contact. And a whistle before the shot attempt. Looks like she's going to have a free position. 6 minutes left, 1 goal game. Tigers trailing. And a free position here for Sydney Wender. Wender scores. 10-all. .5:35 left to go, and the senior Sydney Wender converts the free position. We're all tied up. The lights are coming into full effect now, and it's a good thing they are because the sunlight is just about gone. Draw control being fought for. There's an infraction called. Tigers ball. First, we have a timeout. Called by Mamaroneck. 5:23 to go, all tied up at 10. It'll be a Mamaroneck possession when we get back on LMC Varsity Sports. We return after the timeout. Tigers possession, 5:20 left. And a turnover as Urcha knocks it away from Moore. They'll have her reset after a little bit of contact. This is going to be a fun final 5 minutes to watch as these two teams, both 2-0, someone's picking up their first loss today. And nothing decided through the game's first 45 minutes. Comes out of the stick of Pulkinen, and Stafford pounces out to grab it. So turnover on each end late. 4:15 to go. The Tigers want to break this one out as safely as they can. Almost everyone is inside the 35-yard line. The only player back for Mamaroneck in the offensive side is Sarah Bennett. And Stafford unloads it far side. Found Banks, who finds Showers. And Showers able to get out of some traffic. Mackey now. After a quick little pick set there by Sarah Bennett. Showers corrals a loose ball. 3:15 left to go. Still tied 10-all. They do play OT if it's tied at the end of regulation. Tigers might be playing for a win here. Maybe stall out until there's 30 seconds and then go. They've been active. Certainly not a stall. Wender has it go off the stick. Urcha picked it up, spins, and keeps on going. Urcha works it up to Sandy. Sandy in front of everyone, and she scores! So it's Bronxville with the 11th goal of the game. They have the 1-goal lead with 2:32 left to go. So set up for the draw. Tigers could really use a win on this one, because now you're talking about 2:32. If Bronxville has a good enough stall, they could try to go into it if they win the draw. And they do win it. It's brought up by Urcha. And after the whistle, it'll stay with Bronxville. A quick pass goes off the stick of Jones. Raked away by Alma, took a little push. Ground ball. And they pause to check for offsides. Clock is running. While they check I don't know if the clock should be running for that, but it was. Not good for the Tigers, who need all the time they can get. This could be a turnover as they fight for the loose ball. Player hits the deck, and they give it to Bronxville after Quate. And they card Quate. She'll have to come off. And Bronxville is going to be a player up. There's 1:36 left in the game. That makes it that much harder for the Tigers to come back. They have to get a quick turnover and hope that someone is breaking away. But this is certainly where Bronxville just wants to stall out. Pass gets to Sandy. They get it outside to Jones, and she absorbs some contact. This is Rufo down minute 10 left. See if Bronxville can stall this one out. That pass went to Jones. It was high, but she took it in. Now Rufo. This could be a turnover if she can get it in the stick. Still being fought for, and Cotter has it. She'll run it back just to make some space, get to the Stafford. There's 50 seconds left. The Tigers do not have much time here. Down now to 40 seconds as Stafford looks for somewhere to go. She tries to go along with it. It will bounce and go out of bounds. Bronxville ball with 33 seconds. It's quickly passed up to Toll. Under 30 seconds now. Tormey loses it. Mackey picks it up, 20 seconds. Mackey, some contact with the stick, it's ruled clean. And Bronxville takes over with 13 seconds. At midfield, 8 seconds, and that might just about do it. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds, 1, and Bronxville with a tremendous comeback. They trailed 9-7, and they come back to win 11-10 over Mamaroneck here on a Wednesday night. Bronxville had the lead at the half, 6-5. Second half was closer than that, 5 goals for each side. And then Mamaroneck, with 2.5 minutes left, just could not get possession to try to tie the game back up and send it to overtime. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the post-game show right after this on LMC Varsity Sports. Rob Moretti back here one more time, wrapping up an 11-10 loss by Mamaroneck to Bronxville in girls lacrosse. Mamaroneck falling to 2-1. Bronxville improves to 3-0. A game that saw momentum swings both ways. Both teams trailed by multiple goals and had to come back. Was tied at 10. Bronxville got the 11th, and then Mamaroneck never really got a chance to try to score another goal to tie it up. So that left them one short when time expired. The executive director of LMC TV is Matt Sullivan. The assistant director is Dina Schumacher. The community sports producer is me, Rob Moretti. Camera crew on today's game, Sean Kelly, Francisco Farisi, and Amanda Vindigni. One more time, I'm Rob Moretti. Thanks for watching all weekend long on LMC Varsity Sports.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.